はい、どうも、ハガイです。グリードフォール、遊んでいきたいと思います。さて、ダウンロードコンテンツを、入手したので、間違った。新しく装備を一新してます。買った時の、予約特典なのかな。錬金術と、イノシシのライフル、あとなんかこの防具かな。発見者の幸運のプールポワー、金細工、ヒールのついたブーツ。で、これ武器がですね、これ、違う、こっちじゃない。これ錬金術のやつなんですけど、燃えるんですよ、これ。燃えるんですね。聞いたことないから、間違えた。どうしてもサボっちゃう。なんかアイテムみたいなのあった。さあ、さあ、これの効果は、後ほど。さてと、もうね、地図を出していろいろとね、どこだ。そうだ。なんかいろいろアイテムあるから売るか。はい、売りますよ。今は、なんかガタガタ。サーベルはいらんよな。サーベルはいらん。世紀伝説がなぜか知らんけどアップロードされた。盗賊の帽子もいらないんじゃないかな。こら辺はちょっとこれ、待てよ。これはいらないらしいな。これもいらないらしいな。武器、防具、あれさらにここで置けんのか。ケープは、これはいらないな。古いシャツもいらないな。旅行者の、これ初期装備か。初期装備もとりあえず置いとこう。で、丈夫な手袋、これもいらない。で、水平。よし。違う。あわよくば武器とかさ。今、手持ちが、240か。でもあれだな、すごく強いっちゅうのはないな。量的、ここら辺は装備できないからな。 じゃあ今の初期商品のやつはいいんだな。よし。でこの人前なんかもうちょっと調べてみようかなと思ったけど、ちょっと一回話してみるかいきなり。
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us to prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it.
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look, the vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief.
Oh.
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have
急
the
に
right.
急にうるたえた。
He got away.
なぬ
He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
マジで
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at
居
the
酒屋に持った方が
He
良さそう
won't leave the city without his belongings. 見つけるここの中だよな、だとしたらな。どっかに隠れているということか。ああ、今は違う、下か。地下にいるの。地下だったらこっちか。ここから来て、あれ2階に映ってる。あれさっき地下じゃなかったっけ。それとも見間違ったかな。2階にはどうやって行ったんだっけ。よいしょ、こっからか。ああ、違う。なんか変に動く。いた。おい。
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
ほうほうほう。なんでそんなに？
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
うん、
I
そう
wasn't
ですな。
fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder.
やってることは同
That
じ
is
だよね。
completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than
Oh,
those of your
wanda.
colleagues.
I don't
スマホ
torture
が落ちた。
people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
あー、難しいなぁ。そうか。なんか個人的にはなんか、いや、ちょっと騙されてみるか。
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
ちょっとやることが今、ダラダラダラと出てたな。チェックが入っているのは、まず、これはクリアしたってことだな。はんはんはん。で、その行かれる、あ、ほうほうほうほうほう。行かれる群衆と交渉するのは一回外出なきゃいかんのだな。さて。ああ、君ですな。どう考えても君ですな。行かれる市民に払います。
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse
金を返してほしいならた。
back in the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you're angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
おー、なんだなんだ、多分これは本来出なかったはずなんだろう。直感的に 恐ろしい副作用について話す。和解は多分無理だろうな。騙されて解散を普通に求めても納得しないしな。諦めたら殺されちゃうだろうしな。使ってみるか。直感の使用に成功しました。
You're right, we did. Tasted of death. I did nothing for me ulcer.
As for me, I only drank a few drops, and my tooth is aching more than ever.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it to provoke paralysis.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later. No one is spared from them.
What? Are we doomed then?
Everyone. Except, of course, those going to see a doctor to receive the antidote.
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune. We're all gonna end up like
なるほどね。
Listen to me, everyone. I know a good doctor that will help us.
とりあえず追っ払うことを優先にする選択か。分かってなくて選択してんのか俺。
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
あれ俺同行するのがバズになったな。間違ったんだろうな。
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight. The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You are free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahib.
I owe you my life, sir. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Oh, 走らなくてもいいぐらいになるのね、こうすると。ちょっと便利。
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say I put an end to his act. Matters turned out a little...
ブリッジ本命でこれが1。彼の嘘を追求する。錬金術師の逃走を隠す。どうしようかな。まあ別にな、ここでなんか評判が1、多分下がっちゃうんだろうけど。なんか追求してみたいな。こっちの言い分も聞いてみたいしな。
Why should I deliver him to you? You deliberately hid the truth about him from me.
What? Might I remind you that you're in audience with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance?
And you to a legate of the Congregation of Merchants, that you treat like an imbecile. This man is indeed an alchemist of the bridge, and he told me much about your disagreement of opinion.
And of course you sided with him.
Certainly not. I have no part to play in your quarrels. I just chased him from our city. Now, if you're still intent on placing him in irons, you need to capture him on your own lands.
How embarrassing.
2か。
I should have shown more honesty in your regard. Please accept my excuses. And this modest gift for the voyage that awaits you.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
経験値がすごい入った。経験値がこれで入るんだね。はーん。 まあ結果は分かってたけどね、利口なやり方ではなかったな、やっぱりな。クエスト。さて、これをそしたら、今度はまたこっちの交渉するか。ここはなんだ？ここで、あれ？ここメインストーリーのところか。これはいかん。早く鎧を再生する難航。なんかいろいろ入ってる。まあ全部もらえますけど。ちょっと通れない。さて、ぐるっと回って、あった。はい。
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
詳しく
Your
聞く
master
か。
has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
コインガードって本当に金でガードなのかな？
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
賄賂はダメだろう。50%。魅力的に金庫機を脅す。これ 50% で彼を脅す。せっかくだからこれでどうだ。失敗するか。
Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft, You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new
よ
title.
かった。
Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
賄賂はなんとなくな。間違った。またボタン間違った。
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
違う。コインガードは商人のところか。ここから行ける？行けそうだな。で、こっちだろう。確かコインガード。コインガードの話をする人はどこだったっけかな。こっちの奥だったっけか。いや違うな、こっちだな。いた。
Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
なんだ、また別の問題が。別の問題が。どっちにしろ。いや、まあ。もう方角的にはちょうど行く方向だったからいいか。おっとっとっとっとっとっとっとっと。せい。こっちだな。
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tier 4D. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage. Are you ready to leave?
Well, not quite. I still have a few errands to run for my uncle. What about you?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
尋ねる。ナウツ。
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no other...
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a lord?
Our magic, yes. As for your question, others are sea gifted. It's how the guild is made and made.
なんか違うな。 商品に対して、素直にこれを
I
求
have
め
a
るか。
favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler...
予想ができている。頼もないから3つ言うって話ね。
We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
なんか物騒なのができたの。排除する。排除する。あら。ああ、さっき、あれか。
Be back soon, Captain.
先にこれやっちゃった方がいいよな。なんか、はい。あ、取れなかった。ほい。残念、ジャンプできればよかったんだけど、通してください。飛び越えれればよかったんだけどな。うん？
Sir, are you ready to leave?
Not quite.
I'm still without...
This Jonas, does he have any close friends?
In tradition, we are...
Might I have a word with him?
As you wish.
Could you tell me anything about
It is a native.
これは前聞いたよな。セレンコはず。
Be back soon, Captain.
失踪について調べる。失踪の場所が変わったか？あ、変わったな。こっちとこっちと。
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little... Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you? The night you
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No,
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere captain?
How would I know? Jonah... You'd think my
It's just that I can't imagine a gang. Did anyone else see the kid?
There was still a small crowd. I seem to recall that kind of fellow who plays from morning to night. Now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know.
Thank you, Lara.
よし、一通り聞いたな。一通り聞いたけど、なんで本当にさらわれたんだろうな。借金でもあったのかな。
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain asked me to go.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
同じようななんか入れ墨してるな、二人とも。バスカ船長。
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator. And he knows his craft well, in spite of...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year.
すげえ、25歳になってないの。
If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral.
わけえ。
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be? Give me...
Why? I haven't the fate.
習慣
What
的
does
な行
Jonas
動
do in his free time? When you're...
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wage. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
次一晩あればもっと。
Does he know
そう
anyone
か
in
そうか。
Serene?
No one, far as I know.
友達は誰もい
Do
な
you
い。
think he could have made himself any
敵は
enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
いない。
Jonas has a...
I don't know where to start with.
No.
And you don't believe?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others. And when you drink too much, the imagination... Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I called back to him, as you guessed, but then not...
あら。
I need to be going. Farewell.
Strange story, this.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
そしたら結局酒場に戻んなきゃならないのか。この火の演出、焚き火の演出とアイテムの演出同じだっちゅうのかな。何の音だ。よし。
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
彼の誘拐について。
A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A note, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
よし、そのやつ、こいつか？こいつなの？いや、ちょっと話させて。常連と話す。
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what he was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine. That merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game.
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
フォンティーヌ卿。上か。本当にさっきのとこと見た鼻の先だな。ここ行って、こうまっすぐでいいよな、多分な。
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
正面から。あんまり正面からって書かないんじゃないのこういうのって。自画像って。
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
連れ去った理由、見つけたかを
How
尋
did
ね
you
る。
find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. My poor little... Then we learned the name of the ship. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my...
Where might I find your son?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It
結
sounds
局
like some
ど
fear
っち
and
か
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite...
If you would be...
ダメだった。
With respect, my lady.
どっちか聞いても2個目聞いたらダメになっちゃうっていうか、会話が終わっちゃうのに全部聞かせてほしかったな。契約について船長に確認か。ちょいほ。
Sir, are you ready to
さ
leave?
Not quite. I'm
あ、も
still...
うこのくだりはいいです。
I spoke with a
Madame
woman who
Fontaine.
told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was
Taken? Her son is sea gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene.
教えられない。なんで
is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
ほー。
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nauts?
How I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
なんで父親をこの下劣な交渉に巻き込んでやりたいっていうのかな。翻訳かなんかか。
Your Highness, I'm happy to see your absence this morning.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I am sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... Ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
'I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
はあ、発見する発見した後だよな、問題はな。あ、なんか来ちゃった。
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end.
Move out, quick.
なんぬ？間違った。まず改ざんせえへんとな。改ざんする前にまずこのジョナスの方ちょっと解決させたいんだけど、こっから通れたっけ。おいやそして次は見つけたとして戻さなきゃなんない。拾う使用人への注意書き。アリスへ食事へ何人前か用意して運河沿いの倉庫へ運ぶように。数日間夫が店員たちとそこで作業しなければならなくなったので十分な量を用意してね。家族の他のものには気づかれないように注意すること。
This document mentions another property, a warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
まあこっちじゃない。ぐるっと回ってからだ。ほい。なんの？そっちの倉庫か。ああ、そっか。ここの錬金術のじいさん連れていけるかなと思ったんだけどな、仲間に。上か。
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
大体閉じ込めるとは地下だと思うんだがな。
Sir Desade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
いきなり入ったら話し合いが始まるってさ。
So it's here that our man keeps his son.
いたいた。
Abusive fathers.
しかもキーピッキングで開くんだ。しかもだいぶジョナスいい年だな。俺もっと幼いと思ったのに。
My name is Desade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that.
そうだね、ここで成長するのは難しいね。
I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship.
うん、お母さんには別れを告げるべきでしょうね。もっもっとなんか若いのかなと思って、くそーキーピッキングレベル5じゃないと開かないんだよ。これは次の1ポイントでもらえる。ここではないんだよね。メンタルフィード。これは次のポイント。残りポイント。ここに来て火事がな、なんかあんまり見なかったな。 カリスマかピッキングだよな今な。仕事してるんだな。どうにこれ出航する前にレベル5まで上がるのかな。ここで多分経験値もらえるまた気がするんだけどな。
Not quite.
My cabin boy.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
経験値またもらったのせい。離れる。
Be back soon, Captain.
レベル上がった音ね。よっと、そしたらまた忍び込むから装備を変えなきゃなんないのか。違うよす。これを水兵のピーコートに変える。で、せっかくだからやっぱ履いてないよね。これで何が入ったっけ。シャドーバースト。条件2ポイント。特に今戦闘も特にないしな。あえて残しとこう。まあ、その魔法系もちょっと使ってみたいってことだし。地図。
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
クエストが多分こっちじゃないんだよ。あれこっちじゃないんだよ。なぬいいのか。2階なんだよね。失礼します。はい、これどうせ、はい、はい、1ですね。1でしたね。こっちじゃなかった。なんか案外全然見つか。
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
あれあれこの中か。 回2階に行く。もう一回2階に行って一回マップを出してみるか。こう来て、外出るのね、一回ね。ほい。で、これを開けれる。水兵の P コート、水兵の手袋、すべて取ります。なんかある意味仲間にこれ装備させてもいいかもしれないな。いやー、くそ、1か。これか。鍵。
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
使う。よし。鍵手に入ったけどどうすんだろう。鍵開けてみるか。鍵もしかしたら使える？使えなかった。どうもどうも。どうもどうも。刑務所。
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do.
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all.
And I valued your friendship. But I thought you were referring to another kind of... And to be honest, anything else?
I must leave you.
あれ、もしかしたらコンスタンツの仲悪い？あれ、なんかアイテム取ったけど。あれ、睡眠薬を入れたものを用意する。そんなのいつの間に増えたんだよ。
It's blocked. It's blocked.
寝かしてどうするのって感じなんだけど。寝かしてる間にいや、しゃあないか。まあこれは後々なんか後々というかあれだよね、出航の時に影響が出るってことでしょ。こっちじゃなかったね。あれあれあれ、コインガードはどこだ？ニューセレン。あれ？ニューセレンのコインガード兵舎の 主賓に話す。ニューセレン。ニューセレンは多分、新しい町ってことかしたら。ちゅうことだな、多分な。しゃあない。そしたら行くか。大使館に。アントニウス騎卿。
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both... Allow me to congratulate you.
You are correct, Excellency.
It is a station of... The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you...
Tell me more about it.
Very well. We know that your uncle tolerates them, but these particular... We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
誰かを捕まえるのか、異端者かな。
I do know that, but I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much. For according to our sources, these fugitives
密輸業者と関係を取りその場所を知っている。
You're hoping that if your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
はい、フォローします。セレ
Could you
マ。
tell me anything about Teleme?
It would be a pleasure. We fought and give thanks each day.
I've heard say that...
Ah, the Lord... But but they're different.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Teleme, I can only rejoice. We appreciate, thanks to your support, that heresy.
How is Teleme faring on Tirfredi?
We built a Did you know that our missionary... Of course, but I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be able to put an end to these horrors. And we have tremendous hopes that the entire native population will join our ranks.
ブリッドアライアンスとの
How
関
goes the
係。
conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of war on the continent. We fight on every front, without great success, one must say. But what other choice do we have? These so-called savants not only refuse the light, but are determined in their fight against it.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fighting. The bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay. Which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue our mission of conversion.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellent.
May the light...
でき一応出航はもうこれでできるんだな。そしたら装備を戻しますか。水兵のピーコーと。結局同じ人に話すのか。
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
まだ開けない怒りは。異端者。
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the art of stowaway?
あなたの使命について率直に話す。言い過ぎないようにする。言い過ぎないようにする。
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Teleme's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Norns. No one else may enter.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler, the sailor.
結局水兵のもの
He's a
に
captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
増えて、また今度は刑務所に行くんだな。刑務所に。どうせあれ取れないアイテムでしょ。刑務所から話を聞くんだな。
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question. If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right?
さあ、クエストの内容見ましょう。会いに行く、逃がす。この上に先にあるのがなんか嫌なんだよな。逃がしたらさ、騒ぎになっちゃうでしょ。先にちょっと
It's blocked.
ああ、こっちか。 先に逃がすのか、やることとして。逃がして騒ぎを起こして異端者とやるのかな。はい。
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
まあそこは利口だったな。上かな。めっちゃそこにめっちゃ普通にいた。
Who is there? May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding
歴史家って言ってるの書いてあるな。
The traitor! Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
尋ねましょう。研究の
Tell me more about your research.
どんな研究してんの？
What
そう
about it
そう
is
そう
so
そう。
horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Mateus. The one who returned to Teleme after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island
教会の関係だもんね。宗教に関することだったらそりゃ都合悪いの消されるよね。
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Mateus and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Mateus to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
彼らの研究聞いたよね。脱出計画。
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
そうだよね。
We have signed already an abjuration stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
彼らを逮捕する。話すことを提案する。彼らのするようにさせておく。 提案してうまい具合に説得できなかったらこの夫婦間違いなくやられ、この夫婦はあれだよね。話し合いがうまくいったと言っても多分監視付きの生活とかそういうからそういう風になるのかな。どうすか、させておくか。ま、提案をしてみるか。
I could have a word with the good Dr. Saheen, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
まずいな、同盟の大使にさっき評価下がったからな、協力してくれないかもしれない。そうなると逃がすしか方法なくなっちゃうな。助けてくれるかな。
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
求めなさい。
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Mateus, the founder of the mythical Teleme. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally
普
grateful.
通になったな。
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
で、大使にそしたら話すか。戻ってこることってあるかな。なんかありそうな気もある気がするんだけどな。
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
ここで嘘ついた方がいいよな。本当のこと言ったらな、あっちの方には迷惑かかるしな。
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. but I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light.
なんか逆になんか迷惑がかかった感じのようにも思える。でもよし、さて出港になったな、とうとうな。キーピッキングがあればだいぶ宝箱を開けれたんだけど、それができないんだね。とりあえず分かったって、開ける、行くから。
Permission to board the ship.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea. If you have any farewells to make or any fun.
しばら
You're
く。
quite right. I do have a thing.
Then be quick with it.
あ、でこれでこれが出るのね。そしたらこれ
No,
で
my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect.
I am so eager to discover Tear Freddy.
船に乗ります。
My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
どこから乗る
That's
ね。
right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange.
そしたら水兵のピーコートはもういいね。こっちかな。造船許可あり。ああ、ぐるっと回んのか。え、ぐるっと回んの？なんでぐるっと。倉庫だよね、だってね。倉庫ですよね。こっちか。こっちから行くのか。ああ、こっちからだったな。おお。獣が目覚めた。
The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this. What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
そんな状況でな、わあ、手を貸そうとかって。一歩下がってた、一歩以上下がってて、コンスタンツ死ぬんじゃないそれ。
Captain, keep my cousin safe.
おお、浮いたいタオルなん。なんだ。おお。 危ね。危ない。危ない。お、危ない。危ない。おい、この野郎、フラフラ。ガード崩したらだいぶダメージ通るようになったな。それで倒せんの
？Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious. I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
何？キャラクター進行状況にリセット。気力の水晶を使うとスキル属性能力、読ませてくれー。記憶の水晶が1個手に入ったってことか？力はスタン、魔法ダメージ、精度10でのダメージ、ライフポイント HP が上がる、物理ダメージ、これがキーピッキング使いたいよな。ということは、使ってしまおうか。時間大丈夫か。時間まだもうちょっとあるか。ちょっとセーブデータを分けて保存してみるか。ニューセーブ。で、3ポイントが、ところがもともとこれだけを取ってたんで、あれ違う、これだっけ？キャリブレーションじゃなくて、これでいい。じゃあ、違う。記憶の水晶とのこれでなくなったんだね。で、敏捷性と、もともと取ったのか。 銃のダメージもつけとこうかな。で、これは正直これを取っときたか。これを取りたい。で、装備品が全部初期値に戻ったのね。レイピアになって、スモールソードにして、ライフルにして、違う。で、ヒールのついたブーツと。よし、とりあえずあら、そっちは行けなくなったんだな。船に乗るんだな。これ、今更だけどそっちに戻れないとかっていうオチないよね。あ、なんてこった。
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He is a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
いやー、まあ次の機会で何のためにキャンセルしたかリセットしたか分かんないな。戻ってこれるさ、多分。この船長の格好、船長ではないのか。航海士って言ってたか。あ、でも船長か。この船長の格好かっこいいよな。あれかな、船乗りの人って目頭やり込む。 目尻のところにこれ入れ墨入れるのは絶対そうなのかな。船乗りにとってディアフラディアホーイって。おー、山がすごいそびえ立ってますな。あ、グリードフォールってタイトル出た。
Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry these doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you.
すごい格好だね。
Don't trouble the Nords. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink.
気にしないで飲めばいいのですって。
Require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
I would think that they would have warned you on the ship.
Not in the slightest. And you must be Lady Morange, my predecessor.
You are correct.
There you are!
To your health.
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you.
え、宮殿なんかあんの?
Go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Your Excellence! We must wait for our escort!
No need. Have no fear, for I am here to defend you, my lady.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope there was no misunderstanding.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service.
あれ、仲間になるの？バスク。チームセットアップ。バスク。持久力9、力12。持久力12。バスクは並外れた機敏性で防御力の良さを補っています。また重機を軽々と扱います。すべてアクションコミットメント、バランスポーション。特別な武具の特徴。古く生蔵なふ。はあ。これ自分だね。まあせっかくだからバスク、はい。ああ、そうか、どっちにしろ入れるのか。
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
彼があなたに怒っているかどうか。
You seem to be mad at me for some reason. Do you still resent the fact that I called your ship a boat?
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nobility makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry if I was rude.
Did my charm make you change your mind?
And I was starting to believe that you were different. Did you want anything else?
How did you become a Nord?
As you may have guessed, I am sea-given.
ああ、この人は海で生まれたんだね。
I think I was originally from the congregation, but I have no memory of my family. I took my first steps on the deck of a ship. That's all I can remember. Did you want anything else?
I must leave you.
さて、キーピックが今後も役に立ってくれることを願ってこのまま進めるか。とりあえず間違った。とりあえず服装を元に戻して、さてコンスタンティンを見つける。本当に宮殿はあるんだな。ドラゴンなんとかブレッドって。いや、なんか本当にただの村かなと思ったらちゃんとした町なんだね。なんか僻地だっていう印象があったんだけど。
Excellency, welcome back to my modest. It is an immense. What might I
do? 聞いてみる。商品化します。なんだ。
Where do your products come from?
Most of the products that I sell are made in our clothing. Ah, you have certainly noticed the blue. Of course, we do ship in some. They are also extreme.
How has trade been here?
It is true that, believe me, it did take. We had to convince the North and to persuade our. But in the end, we are all.
ビジネス。
How is business in general?
I can't really complain. The advantage of selling a little of everything is that we always have so many of my hand. But those of us and to buy.
まず何を売って。わあ、色が全部青い。しかもいい値段するな。古いダガーでも。古い公爵のレイピア。
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
ちょっと待ってね。錬金術師のレイピアだから。
Welcome. It's such a pleasure. Have you seen anything?
古いダガーが仲間の分も機敏条件機敏性古いだがそもそも装備できない。はあ。クレイモア、これね、 こら辺になるとまあ弱くなってくるよね。まあ後、ちょっと待って、なんかいらないアイテム売るか。
Welcome. It's such a pleasure. Have you seen?
錆びたスティレット。まずこれで、仲間の装備とかもちょっとね、ドラゴンブラッドレジン。装備とか確認してからの方が今正直これに見合うものを多分ないな。190何ぼって。フルーレ持ってんだ。ただ工作ついてんだよな。フルーレの正規のピストルだから一緒。副司令官のロングブーツ、副司令官の手袋、副司令官の襟付きピーコート。ああ、そこが宮殿なんだな。おーおーおー、なんだこれ。旅行する。旅行する旅行するってなんだ。鍛冶屋。なんだろう、鍛冶屋に行きたい。いや、ぶつかった。ニューセレン。ニューセレンってあれじゃない？ほら。
Well, I'll be damned, it's Captain Kurt. Manfred! Still a quarter. Always.
Hi.
We've come to find you regarding the merchandise that Kurt was taking.
Ah, the commander's cargo, yeah. So he's got you working on this. Lucky Kurt. It helps to have friends in high places.
Is everything in order?
順調か？え、違う
Our
の？
merchandise has been unloaded into one of those dock storehouses. They're well guarded. A little less at night, but in spite of that, we weren't able to get them back.
Since these crates are registered in the ship's manifest, make an official request.
The modification of the manifest might have fooled a quartermaster, but it won't fool the port authority. We'd have too many details to explain to them, and our commander would not like that.
What? Is he waiting for us to bring them to him then?
No, of course not. But Kurt needs to find the right storehouse, as well as a discreet way to get in. And he must also mark the crates that belong to us.
Why is that? They're already marked with an inscription.
Most of the men are illiterate. A colored mark will stick out for them to find, but they need to be quick about it. They won't have the time to decipher a name.
I see. Well, let's see what...
Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
結局まだここれはクリアできなかったんだね。しゃあない、鍛冶屋行った鍛冶屋行こう鍛冶屋。
If we want to help him, we don't have a choice.
I don't like this, but since I've been sacked, let's just say that this will be a little bit of revenge.
How are we to know in which warehouse we'll find this damn cargo?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them.
That won't be necessary. My entire cargo has been placed in the warehouse closest to my ship.
The best forge in tier 3D! Blades, armor, locks, custom pieces made to order!
The Nords are my family.
そうだね、バスクはなんかバスクは基本的に結構好きだからできる中が希望を叶えてあげたいね。
If you're looking for the best steel, you're in the right place. Weapons, armors, ammunition, I have it all. And if you have a special request, my associates will be glad to make it for you.
ちょっと待って。一回キャンセルしなくてもいいじゃん。何か細工されたものを持っています。はい。はい。これを、これを、例えばアップグレードをすると、ここに、走行ダメージ20がつくとかっていうのが、走行ダメージ4、はいはいはいはいはいはいはいはいはいはい。なるほど。なるほどなるほど。なるほどなるほど。じゃあこれをリセット。リサイクルしますか？素材を集められる。はあはあはあはあはあはあ。あれこれってもしかして火事レベルとかと関係あるのかな？火事レベルが高いとなんか確率が増える的な。化けて文字化けしてるね。あ、作るじゃないんだな。購入はカトラスなのに斧なの？アルサードの正規のサーベル。こっち武器屋より安いな。単純に焦げる95分とかも上がるんだけど。なるほど。特売にすると切り替えれるんだな。今更だけど防具とかもここら辺で新調できたんだね。古い刺繍入れ、ああ、なるほどね。手袋、 セレンの商人のブーツ、傭兵のケープ、商人のケープ、なんかカリスマ1とか、
Want armor that fits you like a glove? We'll make it for you. Oh.
これでアップグレードとか、あれ、武器、こっちは例えば水兵をアップグレードしますよと。ストラップ、こういうのが付けれるようになるのね。はいはいはい。黒曜石とかさ、うわすげえ、なんかスキル覚えたやつ、ピッキングとか科学の力とか、スタミナとか。まずじゃあバランステータスがこういうふうに上がるものが、湾曲した片手、から補強された湾曲した片手、湾曲した片手、丸い片手と大きな腕防具、丸い片手、丸い片手。補強されたやつにもちょっとデザインが変わるんだね、グレードによってね。ちょっとこういうところはあれだよね、手が込んでるよね。首周りはなんかなんだ日本っぽい。へえ。基本的につくもののデザインは同じかな。微妙に違うね。なんか鎧みたいだ。違う。これはちょっと趣味でなんか趣味が出そうだね。こだわりがね。手袋に何つくのこれ。靴はなるほど。つけてるね、確かにね。よし、さてと、いい時間だから、まあだった。さあ終わろうかな。よし、では今日はここまでにします。この次は誰に会うんだっけ。ここか。宮殿に行ってもろもろやっていくとこから始まるですね。ではご視聴ありがとうございます。ではお疲れ様でした。